What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck for our Deck a Day series, and we are playing Fog in Standard. So this deck is not mine. It was played by Saffron Olive, given to him by Casey Has the Candy, and just forewarning, this deck is evil. We have Eerie Interference, which prevents all combat damage to be dealt. We have Time Stop to stop our opponent's turn on their upkeep, Sunfall, Day of Judgment, Aetherize just to stall a bit more, and then Aether Syphon, which we will use to mill the opponent out. This is an extra salty deck, so just forewarning to everybody getting involved. And also, if you like it, please consider liking and subscribing. Let's get into the worst possible magic ever. I think everybody can tell how I feel about this. I'm mixed with this. Maybe I'm a blue-white mage. I enjoyed this deck, kind of, but I know I shouldn't. So we're gonna go ahead and put down the Lonely Arroyo. So a little bit of a heads up or more explanation with this. The desert lands are how we can activate the start your engines. Well, get to max speed, I should say, not activate the start your engines. That's really the best way that we get there. And I might even just title this video literally wasting time, because I feel like that's exactly what this deck does. Yes, there's win cons in it, but it takes so long, we're just wasting time until we can win. I couldn't feel better about doing it to a certain deck. So we're going to be facing the Overlord domain here. We're going to leave the Aether on top. Do we draw it now, though, is the thing? I guess we can now. Nothing wrong with that. So we got the Aether Syphon here, and then we're primed for a Union of the Third Path. There's Overlord. Buckle in, y'all. This video is going to be a bit long, I guarantee, because there is nothing fast about this deck. This deck does not do anything fast at all. So we're going to go ahead and get our engine started. Now, one of our win cons is milling the opponent out slowly but surely by drawing cards off of the max speed element of the Aether Syphon. But that still takes a long time because we only really have a few ways to deal damage, and that's Sunfall, an Otter, or the Lonely Arroyo. So we're just going to leave it there. We're going to... I don't know if we draw a card here, then leave up 3 for either 3 steps ahead or Union, so I'm going to pass. Alright, another up the beanstalk. Let's give it to the opponent. At this point, we want them to draw a bunch of cards, because the more cards they draw, the better it is for us to mill them out eventually. So they're going to surveil. Hopefully they put one into the graveyard. They do. Opponent's probably wondering what we're doing. They're like, huh. So we can pass, and then at their end step, I think we just Union of the Third Path, gain some life, and then there's our Arid Archway. So this is how we can also go ahead and help ourselves. We're going to draw with Aether Syphon. We get another Aether Syphon. So we can go ahead and play the Arid Archway and bounce a land to our hand. If it's a desert, then we get to surveil one. So let's go ahead and do our Aether Syphon first. Go ahead and bring back the desert. We get to surveil. There's another desert. So we'll be up to 3 speed once this is said and done, and then we'll have 2 extra mana off of that Arid Archway too. There's Zur. Okay. This is gonna hurt a little bit, but that's okay. We have a Day of Judgment ready to go. So opponent's going to gain 5. We're going to lose 5. Oh, they're firing up the beanstalks too. Okay. Well, one of them. So opponent swings. They get a land. That's fine. Down to 19. Let's go ahead and put down the Arroyo. And then do we Day of Judgment now, or do we wait for the Aetherize? Oh, we could also Time Stop. So this is a fun kind of interaction. So we have the stop at the top of their upkeep. We pass the turn, and then we're going to have to discard a card. So let's get rid of an Aetherize. So now that's their turn. Time Stop. Completely skip their turn. and then we just get to keep going. We can do this 2 times. This card does exile itself. Whenever you do that, they knew that there would be infinite loops. So let's play another desert, ping them again. We go up 1 more on the max speed counter. We got another Aether Syphon, so that's decent for us. Opponent is waiting? I don't know. They might see the writing on the wall. Are they too a Saffron Olive enjoyer? Because I watched this deck and wow, and I tell you, I was like, oh wow. I think we just passed the turn again here. We got the stop at their upkeep. Time to stop again. What is opponent gonna do? I'm sorry, opponent. I feel so bad. We got another union. So we could union just right now. Let's Day of Judgment. Get rid of everything. Yeah, Zer doesn't save them from Day of Judgment. That's fine. Okay. And then I think we just pass the turn. And I told y'all that, hey, opponent sees the writing on the wall. And on to the next one. Big Dano 1. Welcome, welcome, Big Dano. What is Big Dano gonna do? We've got 2 Eerie Interference, which I like. I like that for this, but we got 2 again. Let's throw that back. Okay, so they're surveilling. We'll play the desert just in case. Who cares? Let's go there. And what are they gonna play? We got Gruul, but what kind? Ooh, Triumphant Chomp. Chomp, okay. We still got the Union of the Third Path, too? Okay, so they got the Hammer Skull. Let's go ahead and do this. Union of the Third Path. We get the Stall for Time again. Maybe that's what this deck should be called, Stall for Time. I do like that card. It's a bit much for the kicker, but it's still not bad. Atrax's Fall. Okay. So, there goes that. Okay, we got the Aetherize. Tap that. Let's just pass the turn. We've got 5 mana. We can Deduce and Eerie Interference. Or we could Aetherize. Let's rearrange. Am I the only one who rearranges by mana order? I think that works. I like doing it. Bad to do in person, though. If they're somehow getting rid of your cards randomly and you just let them pick. Alright, Hammer Skull coming in. Eerie Interference. See, Eerie Interference seems like it should be a Duskmourn card, you would think, right? Excuse me there, had to cough. No damage. Let's Deduce. Another Stormchaser's talent. That's pretty cool. What are the odds that they would have another kill spell? Like, not kill spell, sorry. Another enchantment removal spell. I mean, it's pretty good because it's green on their side, but... come on. Do we... Yeah, I think we passed. I was gonna see, do we consider upping the the class, not the saga, the class to get an instant or sorcery back, or no? Well, Trumpeting Carnosaur. We can't really counter that. Let's crack the clue. Oh, there's our Feldon's Cane. We can shuffle our graveyard back into our library. Let's continue. We got a time stop, so we can start doing that shenanigans now. In turn, time stop. I just realized Big Dano's playing Big Dinos. That's pretty great. Aetherize now, so let's throw down a Feldon. Why do I keep saying Feldon? Oh, Felidor's Retreat. That's why. Feldon's Cane. And why? It should say exile this card. You know, it just doesn't say that. So let's just get the cards that we already played back for a little bit of a value. Because we're going to try and mill them out, so they're ahead of us on the draw now. Hammer Skull back on the menu. We've got Aetherize and Eerie Interference. They swing in for 6. Let's Eerie Interference. Shut them down for basically 2 more turns. 3 more actually, because it's this turn, the next turn. Yeah, 2 turns actually. Alright. And we can bring this back to hand. So we can just... I don't know. I feel like, again, this deck is literally just wasting everybody's time. So I'm going to bring the Eerie Interference back to hand to kind of show them, like, hey, look at what we're doing. Okay, Hulking Raptor. Alright, so they're about to produce a bunch of mana. Alright, we got a stall for time also. So we're stalling for time. We do have the Aether Syphon too. Opponent gets 2 extra mana. What do they got? How great would it be if they play that one that's like throw every creature down, you know? They got Boneherd Dragon, which is fine. But what if they have that one that's like, oh yeah, you get to like put another Atraxis Fall. Do we counter it? I don't think we do. That really doesn't bother us much. We got value out of it. They're gonna swing in. Let's Eerie Interference again. Just show them the card that they already know about. Crack the clue, draw a card. We got Demolition Field. Okay, Arid Archway is good. But we're gonna need to wait until we have our Aether Syphon down. Okay. Well, there's the Gigalta. So they're going to play that and drop everything from their hand. If they can give it all haste, then we can Aetherize also. So, again, the time wasting is going to be peak. Wasting all the time in the world for opponents. Another Hammerhead. Do we take damage, or let's stall for time maybe? So what I'm thinking is we stall for time. So we tap these 2 just in case, and then pass it to try and make them think we don't have something. So we're gonna take 5 damage. We're finally back down to 20. Alright, let's play the island. I think we're gonna just hold off, because we've got double... Oh, no, we don't want to do that yet. We've got double the mana to cast the Aetherize, if needed by chance. So they're going to get a ton of mana again. They're pumping up. Big Dinos. Firstborn. Coming down. Are they going to swing with everything? Please swing with everything. Okay, they're being smart about it. They know Aetherize is in this set. Look at how fast all those cards went right back into their hand. Oh lord. We can counter a spell if they try to play it now too, like we don't. Let's just draw 2 actually. Let's show them. We could have countered it. Wow. 2 Stormchasers. I kind of want to get rid of... yeah, Do we get rid of it? I think we do for now. I know our goal is to mill them out, but hear me out. We can draw another one. See, never punished. That's the thing. So I think we Stormchaser's talent. We can then Aetherize next turn. So we'll still have enough mana to do that. So let's tap this. Stormchaser's talent. Play down the Archway. Return the Desert. We got another Aetherize on top. How many Aetherizes? So we've only used one. So let's one Aetherize used so far. Okay. And there it is again. That does have haste. Now that they know we have Aetherize, I doubt they're gonna really swing out ever again. They're probably gonna kill our Otter. Now that's just not nice. 6 damage to the Otter. What did you think we were gonna do? Think we were gonna just pump it all up? Okay, Hulking Raptor, cool. What are they gonna swing with this time? Just those two, huh? Do we take it? Yeah, let's take it. I feel confident. We've got another Aetherize on top. We've got one in our hand. We can go ahead and play the Desert. Oh, we didn't play the Syphon first. Darn it. That's fine. We can still do that. So we'll have 4 mana there. We can play the Syphon and be okay. We should have done that in a backwards order. But yeah, so now I'm checking that we can still cast it. So we'll still have 2 mana left over, so we can still draw a card off of it because that taps for 2. Yeah, so we'll have 2 white mana available and then we can use that. Okay. Sorry, just planning a little bit, you know? Blue, white, blue, white. I gotta be in that mindset. We got 2 Aetherizes going forward. What is opponent gonna try and do? That's the real question. So they're gonna discover. They hit a Triumphant Chomp. Gonna be useless to them for now. They got lucky the first one worked on the Otter. They're gonna Bushwhack, search for a land card. Okay. Why? I guess they're just deck thinning now? Let's pass. Are they gonna swing? I wish they would swing with everything. They're gonna send just enough that would kill us. So now we bounce these 2. Right now we're just kind of waiting out until we get a Day of Judgment or a Sunfall or anything like that. I'm honestly surprised opponent hasn't conceded yet. Well, there's the Sunfall, jeez. You know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than skilled. I'll tell you that. So next turn we Sunfall and just get rid of everything. Alright, and then pass the turn. It's kind of crazy. They're still here. Okay, Bonehorde Dracosaur. I mean, their deck can still kill us. We're only at 8 life. So they have a reason to stay. It's not ridiculous for them to stay. So I think we fire up the Incubator. We Deduce here. Get another Deduce. Lay down the Plains. Swing in for 7. Okay, cool. Pick up the speed. Let's go ahead and get back a Aetherize. Or do we do 3 steps ahead? I'm gonna get back at 3 steps ahead. Just because we already have an Aetherize in hand. And they're gonna be digging through their deck pretty quickly. They could find some really great cards. So they don't have a Cavern of Souls. Everything can be countered. I'm okay with the Trumpeting Carnosaur. Go for it. Atraxa's Fall. Nice, of course. They gonna kill our Syphon? Yeah. Smart. I mean, it's a smart play. I'm just gonna tap 2, draw a card with it. Ooh, Scrawling Crawler. Okay. That works for us. So now we've got another way to potentially win. Triumphant Chomp coming through for 7. Dang. Okay. Well, yeah, that works. I didn't even realize that. Big dinos are putting up a fight. They're gonna swing for 5. We're gonna Aetherize. Okay, now we're running a little bit thin. I was very confident just a minute ago. Now I mean, we have the other Stormchaser's talent, so we can go 1 into 4 and then have a Sunfall and just Sunfall again, or we can Aetherize again. So create an Otter, fire up the class. Maybe we... I think we do go with the Sunfall here, because what we can do is we can Sunfall, and then we still have 2 to draw a card, or Incubate. This way, they haven't shown any like 8/8s with haste, so we're good there. We have a lot of mana too, like we've got a ton of mana here. They're tapped out, so I'm gonna Deduce. Okay, Time Stop. I don't think we've shown opponent. Oh yeah, we have shown them this trick once. I was gonna say, I don't think we've shown them this trick, but we should have enough to Aether Syphon and then Time Stop. Yeah, so we still have 3 mana too, but I'm just gonna be safe in case they have something crazy. Let's pass the turn to opponent. Time Stop. This should shut off their Bone Horde effect too. Yep, there we go. Into another Time Stop. Wow. Back-to-back Time Stops is wicked. Okay, so now we've got Scrawling Crawler. We can then go ahead and set up another stop on our upkeep. And then pass turn, shut down their Dracosaur again. Oh my gosh, Big Dan 01, you are a gentleman and a scholar. I think this is the greatest opponent ever. No spamming, not quitting, no roping. They're not like roping us at all either. Like they are just here. They're like, hey, this is your deck, I'm playing against it. They are okay with it. I mean, man, if there's a Magic opponent Hall of Fame, I think I might have to make my own for Big Dano, because he's sticking it out. Huge shout out to them. I'm saying he, I don't know what their preferred stuff is. Them, they, Mythic Dano, Dinosaur, identified as Dino. Yeah, they got a lot of mana too. This is a good old-fashioned grind fest. This is probably going to be one of the longest videos. This match alone is really the big part of the game. Like, Waltz of Rage. Hang on. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to another creature until the end of the turn. Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't really expect to see that from them. That's kind of wild. Llanowar Elves. Big late game bomb there. Another Dracosaur, okay. So they swing in for 5. I think we just Union of the third path. So we go down to 3, right? Let's draw a card ahead of time. And then Union. Can we? No. Well, Yeah, we got enough. I should have drawn another card, but I don't want to just... I don't know. I didn't want to risk it. Who knows? So down to 9. We did get the Day of Judgment, too. I don't want to gloss over that, so... Let's put down another Aether Syphon. Lonely Arroyo. We're now at max speed, so every card we draw, opponent's gonna mill. And then we Day of Judgment. And we start drawing cards, and this is how we win. They've got 18 cards. 18 cards in deck. Every one we draw, they mill 2, so we have to draw about 4 cards, right? 5 cards? It's between 4 and 5. 4.5 cards. So let's go ahead and draw 2, or draw 1. They mill 4. And then let's do this. Draw 1. They mill 4. I think we got this. Maybe not this turn, but go again. And looks like we are going to win this one out. Max speed, they draw out. And then go again. I'm trying to check how much they have. Okay, there we go. And we can pass turn, discard those, and that's how you win by literally wasting time. Huge shout out to Big Dano. I don't know if you'll ever watch this video, but you are the GOAT, the best there ever was opponent. No shenanigans there. And yeah, so this is Fog and Standard. I feel dirty playing this deck. If y'all got any comments, questions, concerns, emotional outbursts, please leave them in the comments, and let me know what else you'd like me to play. If you like this deck or not, just caution, you're going to feel like a bad person after playing it. But first and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Goodbye.